Why, hello there, lost family. Or maybe you're new here, a wanderer just stumbling upon the lost gamer's path. Either way, the journey begins again. Today, we're exploring the murky depths of Reddit, too afraid to ask. So stay close. It's easy to get lost out here. The first submission we're going to look at is how do I tell my British girlfriend that I really don't like British cuisine? I don't know. That's already kind of funny to me. Um, I don't think most people like British cuisine. I don't think it's very famous for being that good. If you're British, I apologize. I'm not trying to be insulting to you. It's just I've never heard someone really go, "Oh, British food, it's so amazing. I really want to go to I really want to go to a British restaurant." I'm sorry. I'm being kind of sassy. I'm sorry. Maybe I maybe I didn't need to do that. I'm sure it's good. I've made scones. They weren't like great, but I blame that on myself more because I made them. So if something doesn't turn out good that I made, I feel like it's more me than the recipe, probably. Anyway, um, I'm gonna actually get into reading this instead of digging the hole deeper. Hopefully you don't get offended if you are British. No ill intent meant. Your accents are amazing. You are famous for that. So even if you're a little offended at the food comment, at least your accents are incredible, and you're well known for that. So, uh, yeah, insult sandwiched with compliment. Anyway, I've been rambling on this too long. Let's get it. I'm 35 male Mexican, and my girlfriend, 35 female, is British. And despite our very different upbringings and culture, we get along really well and hardly have any problems outside of the normal ones in a relationship. Well, that's good. There is, however, one major problem: her food. I know British cuisine isn't exactly world renowned, but she takes it to another level. She often boils most vegetables until they are just mush. Oh. I mean, I like my vegetables soft, but not like completely like mush. I'm not like trying to make it into baby food. So that's already. Also, boiling leaches out most of the nutrients, so the more you know. Steam your vegetables, people. um, anyway, it continues. Refuses to use any seasonings other than salt and pepper. I do like salt and pepper, but I don't know, like if the vegetables have butter on them, that honestly sounds fine. Well, aside from them being mush, it sounds mostly okay. And once she put gravy on my carne asada. It was traumatic. I probably pronounced that wrong, but I agree. Don't put gravy on carne asada. That's that's a crime against humanity. There are things that you can put. It's probably bad gravy too, considering what we read. She probably doesn't even make good gravy to put on it. But yeah, there are things that you put gravy on. What is it, like the chicken steaks? There are things that are made for gravy, but not that. It was traumatic. I have tried explaining to her that there are other methods of cooking, and I also offered to cook more to introduce her to new flavors. That's nice. That's going about it very tactfully. I like I like that. But she remains very stubborn and says she likes what she likes and that's it. Well, that's just, she won't even try anything new because I don't know, just that just doesn't seem very nice. I mean, you're kind of mixing cultures a little bit. Don't you kind of want to get a better idea of like what your partner grew up eating and what they're nostalgic about? I don't really get that. I like trying some new things like um I have limits. I'm not interested in trying octopus, for example. That sounds disgusting. There are some things that I have no interest in trying, but as long as it's reasonable, I don't mind. And more so, it's money. I don't like I don't like trying new things mostly because if I don't like it, then it's money wasted. So that's more my reasoning. But yeah, but yeah, I don't really get being that stubborn and not even wanting to try. Like again, what your partner grew up eating, because that's a little bit insulting. I feel like. because you're not open to learning what they like and what they grew up with, and I don't know, I feel like that could be indicative of deeper issues potentially. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading far too deeply into this. It continues. One night after we got into a fight about some I'm sorry, that just kind of amuses me, getting into a fight about enchiladas. um, she wanted I she wanted them without the typical sauce and filled with cheddar cheese. So is she basically just wanting a quesadilla then? Um, that does seem weird. If you want a quesadilla, make yourself a quesadilla and let him have his enchiladas. I think I went too far and said that there is a reason why my food is considered UNESCO heritage and hers has a global reputation as the world's worst cuisine. Now she isn't speaking to me. um, Honestly, that's far too sensitive in my opinion. um, I don't know. I guess tone matters. If you yell anything at me, I'm gonna be upset with you. Um, keep things civil, but yeah, it's just true. Mexican food is well renowned for being amazing, and it is. So, I do feel like you probably know more about what is good food than she does. And she's also just, it doesn't seem like she's at all willing to even try things that you like. And that doesn't seem very nice. I don't know. What do you think about it? If you have an opinion on it, let me know, because I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too deeply. Maybe I'm reading too deeply into this. I just don't know. It goes on, how can I fix things with her whilst not having to suffer any more of her outrageously terrible cooking? Oh, well, I guess you could apologize, but I really don't feel like you have anything to apologize for because it seems like you were just telling the truth. I guess if you like used a mean tone with her or yelled at her, you could apologize for that. But yeah, I would say that the only real solve for that, since she's really stubborn and doesn't want to try to accommodate you at all, is I think you will have to cook your own food and she will have to cook her own food. You'll have to keep that just completely separate. And if you go on to have children, then I guess the children can decide whether they like more spicy Mexican, like good food, or really bland food. uh, yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, honestly. Let's see what some of the comments are saying. It's not British cuisine that's the issue. It's that she's not a good cook. Maybe taking some fun cooking classes together would inspire her. Well, the problem with that is it seems like she's just like really stubborn. Like she doesn't even want to try to be better. That's what it seemed like in the little story. Someone commented under that, yeah, I've had amazing food in Britain, and it wasn't all immigrant cuisine either. Sounds like OP's partner is just a bad cook, and doesn't have much of a discerning palate either. Those can be addressed. They can be if she's willing to, but it really doesn't seem like she is. It seems like she's very stubborn and kind of just wants to be offended about it. It kind of seems like she wants to make a fight out of it almost. This guy clearly hasn't tried horn wallop blinkers with with body hillers and mash. I don't know if I said any of that correctly. I like it though. Though 100 points for creative names. What does this mean in English, US? Dumb this down for us, please. It's meaningless. They're just making stuff up because that's often how British dishes sound. Oh, well, again, points for creativity. I like it. Spotted dick, question mark, crying face. I don't think I would, I don't want spotted dick in my mouth. Yep, don't. Real life examples are delicious if done well. Toad in the hole. That sounds so fun. Bangers and mash. I've heard of that one. My nephew talks about it. I've never had it. Spotted dick. This has nothing to do with the comment section, but It kind of reminds me I heard a story once about the girl that was dating a British guy, and she said, I think it was just a joke, but she said that anytime he made her mad, she would look him directly in the eye and put her tea in the microwave, make her tea in the microwave. So that was kind of funny. That I don't know. That just came to mind. This person says, I was sitting with a friend, her British hubby, and some friends, and we started talking about food. I'm from LA, so Cajun food came up and was discussed. Is Cajun food I don't know. I associate that more with Mississippi, but maybe I'm off. Anyway, the comment continues. Then he looked at me and asked, have you ever had a spotted dick? I was truly flabbergasted. I just looked at him and stammered out, well, if I had, I certainly wouldn't talk about it. The whole table just collapsed in spasms of laughter. I still haven't had that particular dish. Sorry, I just had to put it in. I don't know. I wouldn't be putting it in anywhere. LOL, it's like a steamed cake. Technically, it's a pudding as it's made with suet, so it's more dense. With currants in it, spotted dick, is that's what they're I don't know. It's eaten with custard. It's really nice, but to be honest, it's gone out of fashion in the last few decades and isn't eaten that much anymore. Well, it sounds nice. I can't say that, but that's funny. Not gonna lie, horn wallop binkers and potty tillers and mash sound better. Wait until you try Bidlington cakes with Wompy Wompers. Is this real, or are people just making ish up? Like, do British people actually have these names for foods? I love it if they do, but I'm almost wondering if they are just, like, joking with people. Okay, let's move on to the next story, shall we? Is it safe to put barbecue sauce on my friend? Oh my. This is not a joke. My GF really likes barbecue sauce, and she unironically says she would like to suck it. She would like to suck my part with barbecue sauce on it. Okay. That's unique. That's very unique. Um, is it safe to put if it's spicy, I would think not. If it's like the sweet kind that doesn't have any spice in it, maybe. I personally think it's slightly weird, but I'd be open to try. I just want to know if it's dangerous for my friend in any way. Thanks for the help. Okay. ER doctor here. Is there a small risk of infection from putting sugar all over it? Yes. Is that risk high? No. You're probably pretty safe to go ahead and do it. Just wash off thoroughly with soap after, and be sure to pee to clear out your urethra. Sound advice. Good advice. uh, as someone that has had many things in and around my area, I agree. People act like your parts are just gonna blow up at the slightest thing. But I've been fine so far. I understand the official stance has to be no, but also sometimes you gotta live a little and slather your member in some barbecue sauce. So your girlfriend can. Okay. Would you? I don't know if I want the answer to that. I was gonna ask if you would do that. Not gonna ask that. I didn't ask it. It's off the record. Don't answer it. Can you use one word to describe the wildest object or activity you subjected your parts to? No. Go scroll my page if you want to see for yourself. I LOL, no, sorry. It's just I get that question all the time. Okay. Oh, okay. And it's like having to scroll through a giant catalog, and then this person has lived a life. Giant catalog, and then guess which one seems the weirdest. So I'll just say French fries since that was a recent one. I don't want to know about it. I do and I don't. Ultimately, I don't. Good God, I was not ready for your page, but I absolutely trust your opinion now. Oh my gosh. Uh, I'm what you can call a practitioner of sorts. Mhm. Oh my gosh. I hope it did. I hope not. Okay. Okay. Um, well, that's something. Oh my. Well, I'm not reading the rest of that out. You can read it if it's on screen. You can read it. You can read it. That's what I was thinking. Also, don't use hot honey barbecue sauce or anything with any spice in it. You'll be glad you didn't, for sure. That was my same thought too. Your mucous membraned body parts do not take kindly to pepper of any kind. I would think not. Oh, their name is Firecrotch. That's funny. Somebody said username relevance. Uh, wow, it really is. Uh-huh. Oh, everyone knows that barbecue sauce belongs on titties. But on a serious note, that is absolutely not something you would want going up your urethra. Tread carefully is all I'll say. Yeah, uh, OP. I'm a sweets guy, so on titties, I'm thinking honey or whipped cream. Oh my. This is a read. This is a read. Definitely whipped cream. Honey is too. I agree. Honey is too sticky. No, wouldn't happen. More licking? Question. Yeah, it's not worth it. Don't sleep on Hershey syrup. No, I think that would taste better. I'm leaving. We're going. We're the different thing. We're reading something else. Getting off the getting onto a different topic. How can I tell if a girl is flirting or just being nice? So I went to pick up my new glasses, and the girl helping me was really friendly. After I told her my name and got everything, she had me try them on and said, "Wow, those actually look really good on you." She, I've had this happen. It's friendly. It's not flirtation. They're very friendly. I mean, it's their job to be friendly. In general, I think that's good advice. If you're talking to someone who's working, they're probably just being friendly because it's their job. She also joked that she has always wanted to try that style, so I let her try mine on and gave her the same compliment back. Yeah, I would still put this in friendly territory personally. Yeah, I would say this is friendly. After that, she started asking me more personal questions like where I work. Oh, very hot and spicy. And what I do, where you work and what you do. Okay. Yeah, that's seeming pretty friendly still. When I told her, she said she has been looking for a good sushi place and that she would stop by soon to get food there. Yeah, I don't know. That's striking me as a little bit more flirtatious. It is really hard to say because you know, I feel like people are pretty friendly, women especially, tend to be fairly friendly, and I feel like most women aren't very bold with their flirting. I'm definitely not. I've definitely seen girls that are very bold, but I'm not one of them. So I feel like it would be pretty easy to miss if I was flirting with you. Now I am kind of confused. Was she actually flirting with me or just being friendly? The compliment, the personal questions, and saying she would come see me are what are throwing me off. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know on that one. I feel like if you get good at reading body language, that can help. Like maybe observing couples and seeing like how women smile differently with a partner and just the different I feel like that could help you if you're a guy trying to figure out when women are flirting with you. That could honestly be helpful. Don't be creepy about it, but do a little bit of people watching. See how women their facial expressions and body language shift when they're talking to a partner or someone that they, appear to be interested in versus when they're just like friendly talking to someone in a grocery store or something, Because, yeah, I don't know. There's definitely differences. Like, I feel like when a woman likes someone, we tend to lean in a little bit closer to them. When we talk to them, there's a difference in the smile. Like, um, if you're just being friendly, just the smiling is different. It's different. It's hard to explain though. So I don't feel like I'm being terribly helpful, but it is a little different. And I feel like girls are a little bit more giggly when we're interested in someone. That's obviously not going to apply to all women, but yeah. If you see hair twirling, that's a pretty good that's a pretty good sign that she's into you. Or if she's like, I don't know. If she's leaned in close, she's fiddling with her necklace, she's playing with her hair, she's making a lot of eye contact. Those are good signs. Anyway, let's read some of the comments and see what other people think of this. Working and needed to engage with you, probably nice. Yeah, that's where I lean to. Not working and didn't need to engage with you, probably flirting. Exactly. Or trying to sell him another pair of glasses by going to the. Do you think so? That would be so mean. That would actually be terrible if you like actually go see someone, like you lead them on just to sell them another pair of glasses. This person says no one is selling glasses on commission, but it's scratched out. Edit, never mind. Actually, a lot of opticians and sales associates earn commission like at okay, so that's a thing. That's messed up. You shouldn't. I mean, it's fine maybe to flirt with someone in office, but if you actually go meet them and that's mean. You're just wasting someone's time and thinking that you're into them. Oh yes, indeed. I took my prescription to a brick and mortar Warby Parker. Yeah, I probably said that wrong. To check out their frames and pricing, since they advertise such low prices. I've usually paid around $3.50 for glasses. I want no line progressive bifocal, so I knew it would a bit more frames is whoa, $1,000? Holy smokes. Someone commented under this thread, oh yeah, I temporarily forgot capitalist dystopia. And someone under that says capitalist myopia. Yeah. Well, hopefully that's not what it was. If she does actually meet him, hopefully she was actually being flirty. But yeah, I recently seen a woman that's bi that was complaining about that, like how difficult it is to tell when girls are flirting. So yeah, I would say it's a real thing. I mean, I do still say body language, but I don't know. Some women are just so friendly and it can be really hard to tell. Personally, I don't feel like I feel like I'm a little bit more obvious, but yeah, I feel like a lot of women are just really friendly, so it's very hard to tell. Like, is it friendliness? Is it flirting? I don't know. I can sympathize with people that have to deal with that. I almost like, I'm not sure about how men flirt either, to be honest. Like, if it's not just like, if you're watching me and you can tell me, do you feel like there's subtlety when men flirt, or is it just like very direct? Like I've had men say very direct things to me that are like a little bit too much. First, like we've been talking for 1 hour. I don't think you should be. I don't think you should be that aggressive about it. But I can't really think of very many instances where it's like it struck me as flirtation. I don't know. It seems like most men, it's kind of all or nothing. You can let me know what you think of that, because most of my audience is men. So um, if you know, you can, if you feel like you kind of have levels where you can be like subtly flirting, let me know. I feel like I miss flirtation a lot. I'm in my own world a lot of the time. It goes over my head. Yeah, I also have I like when I'm out in public too, I am like zoned in on the floor. The floor is the most interesting thing in the world to me most of the time. So I've been told by people around me that, oh, a guy was like trying super hard to get your attention and to get you to look up at him, and you were just like zoned in on the floor. So that probably doesn't help. This person says, whenever the situation is ambiguous, the right approach is to keep ambiguity to make small but deniable advances, like inviting for stuff they might like, even outside relationships. I didn't. Okay. Okay, so they're giving him advice to do that because I was about to say it didn't seem like she really asked him to go to something with her, just that she might see him there, which is arguable. It's kind of the same deal. Anyway, it continues and see if they escalate or reciprocate. If they don't, there's your answer. Ambiguity is an important part of most flirting, at least in Western cultures, and probably many others, because they almost always need a believable out in case you say no. Specifically because of this, people flirting need a way out of it. Need a way out of it if it ends up not working. They need to save face. When it's not successful, it's much better to pretend flirting never happens. Indeed, it may be a problem if you make overt advances towards someone and they reject you. It may damage the relationship permanent. For sure. For sure. I think he should be very careful because if you go back to this clinic every year to get your eyes checked and new glasses, be very careful. You don't want to make it super awkward every time you're there. Like, they may wonder if you got friends with them just to get laid. Yeah. Or actually, the right approach at work is to not pursue and treat as if they are just nice. They might as well be. They might as well be flirting, maybe even as a hobby with well, I guess maybe some people flirt as a hobby. Yeah. I've seen girls that do kind of just like to flirt with everyone, so I guess some people kind of have it as a hobby with no intention to pursue anything, but who cares? My boss has been flirting with me for over a year now. I'm slowly starting to send it back, and it's ever so slowly simmering, from what I can tell. I think we're both trying for that plausible deniability piece. If that dam breaks, though, it's going to be wild. Okay. People are judging that. No, she's awesome. I'm a contractor, and I'm a guy, and older than her, so just to clear all them assumptions. Yeah, it does kind of change things if you're like looking at it as the boss being a man versus yeah, it changes the context a lot. Yeah, if it's someone that you're unlikely to meet ever again, then the stakes are fairly low to go ahead and overtly flirt back and see how it goes. But yeah, if you're gonna have to run into them a lot, it's probably better to be more cautious and not make things awkward. Memes aside, this is the right answer, lol. It's by design that you can't tell because our flirting hides in plausible deniability. Okay. Since the outward flirting is traditionally done by men, women aren't used to rejection. Yeah, I suppose not. Women who ask, go ahead and do the flirting, and of course they have to deal with rejection. But yeah, most women don't have to deal with that for sure, and that is nice. Because yeah, if there is any question about whether a guy likes you, you kind of just you can just decide to wait it out, and if he asks you out, then obviously he was into you, but if he doesn't, then you can just go about assuming that he's not into you. So yeah, that is nice. It continues, personally, I hated this. I don't like the rituals, the chase, etc. I told the guy I liked him and wanted to go out with him, and we're still together several years later. Yeah, that's nice. I think for sure if you're a woman and you don't really want to do all that, you just want to be direct about it, 100%. It's 2026. Go ahead. Ask the guy out. No issue with that. I definitely I'm not good with that. I am so awkward. Um when I was like, I don't know, 14 to 16, it was one of those times I was out and It's one of those times that I was being shy and staring at the floor, and a guy was really trying to talk to me, and he's so cute, but I just couldn't look at him. I was being so awkward, but yeah, I tried to talk to him later. I got a little bit more brave, and I don't know, maybe he wasn't into that. Maybe he liked the shy girl thing, because yeah, he didn't really seem at all interested. And I literally just ran away. Like the moment he turned and was talking to someone else, I literally just ran away. So he probably like turned back to talk to see if I was still there, not just I'm gone. Just see me sprinting away. So that's how I flirt. Uh, this person says, if she actually comes to see you there, she's flirting. I tend to agree, assuming she isn't trying to sell him glasses. That would be horrible. But yeah, if she actually comes to see him, yeah, I would say she was absolutely flirting. Ask her on a date then. She may have thought you were cute, but I wouldn't read into it because if she's selling you glasses, she might just be working for that commission. For sure. But yeah, I guess with that, our little adventure comes to an end here for now, but the path never truly does. If you enjoyed getting lost with me, show me with a like or a comment. Also share. It helps more than you know. And if you wish to keep traveling these hidden trails, subscribe, and I'll see you when the path reveals itself again. Bye for now.